Yo, it's the Black King. And welcome back to Minecraft Tutorials. In this episode, I intend to show you how to make a mansion. Now, the difference is that I'm just going to show off just a bit of the taste of, uh, again, it's going to be kind of from someone else because I've never actually attempted to. I've tried to before, but it all sucked. But, however, coming from that in mind, though, be saying that before we get into that, we already basically know how to do the tower, basically. We just haven't finished it yet, but don't worry, I'm still got the world up there. As a matter of fact, I can show you, but I'm not going to do that in this episode. So, I've decided to move on to my next project, which is the mansion, and then I'm not going to make the tower until I make the mansion. It's going to be silly, but what I'm doing is I'm actually putting buildings inside of buildings, and I think it's a pretty cool, neat idea. But it's also silly in the same regard because normally you wouldn't do that, especially inside of a tower. Now, what's going to happen is that on the outside of that tower is going to be the castle that I'm going to custom make. I'm just not going to make it as big as I've done before. The reason is that I'm waiting for a different venture for that. In other words, another piece of equipment to do that with. Because I only have so much room as it is to do this. And this is going to be another one of those parters, but at least we'll know what to do. And we won't have to worry about, it doesn't really matter if you put it on flat or big, but it will for now because that's how we're going to do it. And what we're going to do is we're going to start out with at least 9 blocks on each side for the door. That's how you want to start it. Gotta get away from the animals, first of all. Let's get away from these animals, because we don't want them inside of our mansion. I mean, eventually, maybe, but right now, no. No. Get away from me, please, thank you. Okay, so, what you want to do is keep away from the others. Okay, so 1, 2, we're going to place them on each side of where you're going to put the door at. So, and the guy put it like 9, so he kind of skipped over 1 by accident, like I have done so many times anyway. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. You always remember to count 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, the reason this is in parts as well is because I'm kind of following this guy. But the difference is that you will know that mine will be a little bit more different. I don't think he's going to put double doors on there, which actually typically a mansion will be that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put it like that way. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. So that's about that. I think there should be 1, 2, 3, dips. Okay, whatever. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's definitely 9. So that's good. Okay, so make sure it's 9 across, and that you want to make sure that you've got. You could temporarily make like this, like that, but it would confuse you. So I wouldn't do that. But make sure that they're both 9 across. Because I mean, well, actually, like I've said before, make sure you put it as much as the length. Make sure it's all the same amount of length when you're doing this, because whatever length you're doing, which a mansion typically can be small or big depending on what your how big you want it to be. So, I mean, like, especially in real life, mansions can come in small entities, but typically a mansion, it can be a little bit more bigger even in a small, wider space. Just not as big as you would think when an actual big mansion comes in mind. But either way, that's just how it's done. And the reason I'm not doing this is because, well, for reasons. This world is going to be deleted because I'm going to make this the next thing I'm going to work on. I've already started on a bunch of other things, but I'm going to finish eventually the underground. I haven't done it yet. But that's coming. So, I need to show you more about that in the next apart or so. But either way, you don't have to do it like this, mind you. But I do it because of reasons. Typically, when you mainly want to do this, as well, you want to do this for the door at least. I think. I'm not sure. Well, just you know what? Don't even bother with that for right now. We'll cover that in the next episode. All right, later. Bye bye.